Hey guys, hope you're all doing fantastic today. It has been a good while since I've put out a vlog, so my apologies for that. Basically, well, I'm down in the basement right now, but before I get to what's been going on down here, work got a little busy. That was a little bit of it, but that's really calmed down after the last few months. It's been peak season for us, and now it's starting to slow down a bit, which is awesome. The big thing though is quite literally Christmas Day, I caught a cold. It went cold for a few weeks, another cold for a few weeks, and then I got a wicked flu. It was just a viral infection, but it hit me really hard. I had to go to the doctor, get that checked out. But it basically went from Christmas Day until the end of March. But anyway, now that that's taken care of, we did some work on the basement. By we, I mean my parents helped a little bit with getting one of those garbage bags filled again. So far we've done 2 of those garbage bags, mostly of stuff from the garage from when I first moved in, but majority of it was stuff from the basement. We got the whole bar taken out, which is awesome. We also got the fridge moved out of there, which actually wasn't that big of a pain in the butt, I guess. But there's a lot of work that needs to be done in this whole section. That needs to be patched up and fixed. That wall right here, had to move the camera first. This wall right here that was on the other side of the fridge, like encasing the fridge, that needs to get ripped out, and I want to put it straight to the back. And I'm probably going to have a little, I think it's kind of hard to see, we'll take you over there. So basically where that door is, this little spot back here has to remain back here because of there's piping on the other side here, right? So what I'm thinking about doing is just running this, pushing this all the way back to the wall and ending it here, and then moving the door so that the door is literally right here. Instead of being here off center, it's just gonna encase this area, and this I'll be able to make shelving back here. That'll be easier to explain once I actually have more room and I can show you. But we ended up getting, or I took all the beams down for this section, so that's all done now. We got the okay for the corner of that wall, so I gotta go through it, clean it, patch it back up, and we're good to go. I can put the fairing strips back up. I think this wall is gonna be actually 2x4s, just because I wanna be able to hang a TV on it. So there's that. Other than that, not a whole lot going on over here. Those are the big things. Getting this taken care of, the 2x4s that were making these walls, as well as getting the, oh, light flickered, getting the bar ripped out. The thing that I'm really happy on is the little exercise room. This actually has been going really well. I've been using it more often, having a TV down here, having the matting down. TV was awesome. I got it during Black Friday for, what was it, $100? Works great. I'm gonna put a shelf by it and hook up like a gaming system. So if I'm down here, if I want to do the bike, I can do the bike for like 40 minutes and play a game at a time. I also need to move that cord, because this, I don't know why they did this. This is the cord for the fridge. So I gotta figure a way to get that on the other side or above the ceiling. I want to put the drop tiles in here, but I want to do more of decorative ones. I don't want to do the standard corkboard looking ones. I hate those. So that we got to get taken care of. But yeah, I like having the bike in here, a little bit of a weight bench. It fits the deed. I'm going to be painting this whole thing white at some point with getting maybe 3 or 4 mirrors up. I would like to do that whole side of mirrors. And then have some weights on there. I actually make this, like when I rent it out, I want this to be a big thing where it's like, yeah, you have an at-home gym. That would be awesome. So there's that. The big thing in terms of money, which I'm still slowly paying off right now, is we got a new electrical panel. This is a 210. And definitely needed this. There was a lot of stuff wrong with the last one. Wasn't installed correctly. There was actually a water leak coming from outside into it, which is never good. But got that taken care of. We got a new outlet next to it. We also got a new outlet here on the other side of the wall over here, as well as 4 new outlets in the workout room, since those were not installed correctly. Got my storage area taken care of. Now I'm just loading that up with stuff. This is a fun little project. I'll show a picture here of what it used to look like, but I basically had to build a wall behind it, put insulation in there to close it up, and then I just put my shelving back there, and I have a actual storage area now, which I'm really excited about. Now I just need to fill all these totes up with stuff, since I emptied them out and got space. But the basement is coming along nicely. Well, new morning. Hope you guys are doing fantastic. I'm doing okay. I'm a little bummed right now. I took the Lego collection that I had that I was looking to sell, and I took that to a local place. It was like a 24-minute drive or a 30-minute drive to Bricks and Minifigs, and was hoping to get somewhat close to maybe $1,000, maybe a little bit over that for the sets, just because the going market price for everything that I had was roughly $1,400 or $1,500. I'm like, you know what, if I can break about $1,000, I'd be happy with that. Not even close. It was like $600. So I'm just gonna take them, mark them like 25 to 30% off of what the market value is, and put them on eBay or Bricklink, and I'd still make more money than if I sold it to them. So I'm gonna sell them outright. I'll take pictures of them, load them up online, and take it from there. But the money for that, as well as selling the Pop Funkos, I think that's either gonna go for stuff around the house. For one, I just want to get the collections out of my house. It's stuff that I don't need. So selling the stuff now over the next like month or two is going to help out tremendously with freeing up a ton of space. Stuff like I said, I don't need the stuff, especially with the Lego. I'm finding that yes, you can make a decent amount of money by keeping sets, letting them retire, and then selling them down the road and making profit off of that. That's totally doable. The issue is, like with me, I don't have a dedicated space for that. I've seen some people in Wisconsin, I've seen some pictures of people's garages where they've done the whole garage and it's just nothing but Lego. That's kind of how you need to do it. Me, on the other hand, I just picked up sets here and there, and I planned on selling them down the road. I didn't have a dedicated plan or space for that kind of collecting. So I'm trying to get them moved out so I don't have to worry about that, and I figure if I can break even, I'm happy. That's what I'll do. One of the reasons why I'm trying to get rid of some of this stuff now, as well as clearing up the space, is because I'm thinking about taking a trip to Japan. I'm gonna finally crack that international travel, and I'm thinking Japan. I've always loved Japan since I was a little kid. I grew up on Godzilla movies and Japanese movies that me and my dad would watch growing up. So I always wanted to go to Japan, and I'm like, you know what? I need to get out and travel more. I need to see more. It's not cheap though. Like the airfare ticket right now to go there is about $2,000. I mean, that's both ways, but it's still $2,000. And that's economy for a roughly 15-hour flight. If I want to do like bump it up to like a little bit more comfortable first class, you're looking at $6,000 and up. Can't touch that. I'm not even going to come close to that. I'm trying to save up money starting now for a trip, and I'm aiming for beginning of 2027. I was thinking maybe end of 2026, but 2027, the beginning of it, feels a little better. Less crowds in the beginning of the year. In between like January 1st and middle of March, there's less crowds. So I'm thinking that might be a doable situation. But yeah, I think getting to Japan is going to be a fun trip. I don't think I'm going to vlog, especially with all the stuff that's been going on over there when it comes to vloggers or streamers and whatnot just causing issues. I'll take a lot of photos and videos, but I'm not going to vlog. I want to respect them and kind of stay out of their way and not make a nuisance of myself. But we'll see how that goes. I was doing the math, I need to get one more waste management bag to take out the remaining stuff, and that should be 100% done at that point. It also hit me that if you're doing one of those for like a spring cleaning or just to get rid of a bunch of garbage, if you're doing more than 2 bags, just get a dumpster. Each bag, depending on where you are, like for me, the waste management place is right down the road, but they have a standard rate that they use for pickup. So the bag is $30 at your local store. My pickup, the standard rate is $150. So just off of 3 bags, I know I haven't done the 3rd bag yet, but I'm counting the 3rd bag because I'm definitely gonna have to do it. Doing all 3 bags is going to cost me over $500 when it's all said and done. In all honesty, it probably would have been cheaper just to get a dumpster, park it right in front of my house or in my driveway, do everything all over like maybe 1 or 2 weeks, and then I'm done. Then I don't have to touch it anymore. So if you do want to go that route, maybe drive around, see if somebody has one of those bags, get a feel for how much they have in there compared to how much you want to get rid of, and then maybe figure out from there if you need to get a bag or if you should maybe upgrade to a dumpster, and in the long run save you a little bit of money. I'm thinking today's just going to be a lazy day now that I'm finally catching you guys up on information, not doing vlogs for a while, and work's finally calming down. I can actually get back on a steady plan of putting vlogs out every week or 2, and now I can actually focus on the basement again. During that span of when I was sick, of those like 2.5, 3 months, a good example is when I went into the doctor, which by the way, holy cow, I could totally see why people don't go to the doctor, just to go in there for them to tell me, yeah, it's a viral infection, and we want to test your blood just to be on the safe side. So, well, not even blood, they did 2 swabs in the nose for like a COVID test. Just to do that stuff without the insurance kicking in was over $500. Once insurance kicked in, I still owed 117, 120, somewhere around there. But I could totally see why people don't go to the doctor anymore. But anyway, she gave me little translucent yellow pills. They kind of look like little fish oil pills, but it's supposed to help like numb the cough receptors in your throat when you got a sore throat. She gave me a bunch of those, and one of the side effects with those that hit me really hard was dizziness. I couldn't walk from one side of the house to the other without feeling like I wanted to fall over. So that mixed in with how I felt during my colds and my flu, I couldn't really get a whole lot of work done in the basement. But now that I am feeling good, work is slowing down, I have more time now, I can jump in the basement and I can actually get some stuff done. So I'm really excited to show you guys all the progress we do on that. Yeah, that's basically it. I'm glad I got you guys all caught up, and moving forward we will be putting out more vlogs, so I promise you that. But until then, I want to thank you guys for swinging by, and hope you enjoyed the video. Take care and peace out.